Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very fun and exciting video. This is called the Luxury Time Machine tag video, which was started by Kat L here on YouTube. This is basically a tag video that Kat started here on YouTube, which is currently going around in the luxury community. A lot of luxury YouTube vloggers are currently doing this tag as well, so I thought that I should do my own take on this. So this luxury tag video is basically about if you were to go back in time, what are the things luxury-wise that you would have done differently. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the things that I still would have done if I were to go back in time and things that I wouldn't. But before anything else, if you guys are new here, then welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If these are the kinds of videos that you like watching, I would appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button down below and follow me on Instagram at TrishDLF. So in this video, we're also going to be talking about prices. I never really talk about the prices of luxury goods here on this channel because I feel like money is a very private matter. But for this video, because it is a luxury time machine tag, the prices and the costs of these luxury goods are actually very relevant to the topic and to the video. So I feel like it will be okay to discuss them for the sake of this video. Again, I never talk about prices on my videos, so if you're watching this video, then you're lucky that's the only time that I'm actually going to be mentioning any of the actual costs of my bags. So here we go. I'm only going to be talking about 4 items per category. I'm going to be talking about 4 things that I still would have done if I were to go back in time, and 4 things that I probably kind of low-key regret, or things that I probably wouldn't have done if I were to go back. Okay, so starting with things that I feel like I still would have done if I were to go back in time. And number 1 on my list is that I still would have purchased my Chanel's at the time that I purchased them. And so let me just get them for you. So these are the 2 flap bags from Chanel that I got. I got this classic medium flap, I think around 2016, and I got this reissue in around 2017-2018. Both are pre-loved and I got them at really great prices. As you guys know, Chanel has had a lot of price increases through the years, and now their prices are just astronomical. But because I got these very early on in the Chanel game, I was able to get them at really good pre-loved prices. So for this classic medium large flap, this is 7 series, purchased pre-loved in around 2016, and I got this for I think 145,000 pesos. And even saying it now out loud is very I don't know, back in 2016 when I got this bag, the 145,000 was just like big. Like until now that amount is really big for a bag, and even saying it now, I'm not really that comfortable actually talking about it. You know, I'm kind of regretting talking about the prices now that we're here. But yeah, back in 2016, this was 145,000 pesos. And though it's a huge amount, back then, like how long ago was that? 5 years ago. 5 years ago, that was a really big amount already, and I was just like, for me, it was like vomit prices to get this, especially since it's just like a pre-loved bag. Like, that's a lot of money. Actually, until now, that's a lot of money, 145 for a pre-loved bag, right? But guys, do you guys know how much this is right now? This exact same bag, right now brand new, is around 360,000 plus pesos, and resellers are even selling them so much more than that right now. So in perspective, the 145,000 versus the 350 plus thousand pesos of this bag brand new right now, that's a really big difference. So looking back, because this was really my holy grail bag, I feel like I would have still done everything the same. Because this bag has also scratched the itch. Once I got this bag, I wasn't really like craving other bags anymore. That's why, as you can see, like my collection is very small, because once I got this bag, I was just like, I'm fulfilled. Like, so I haven't really been buying other bags. And yeah, that's why I keep my bags to a minimum, because once I got this bag, it just made me really happy. So I feel like it was really worth it getting this bag at that time. So right now, I can actually sell this bag, this pre-loved bag, for about, I think like 180,000 pesos minimum. Like, you're not gonna be able to get this kind of flap for like 150 anymore these days. If someone sold you this exact same bag for 150,000 now in 2021, it's either they're stupid, it's a scam, or I don't know. Yeah, they're probably stupid, because no one's gonna do that. Like, if you owned one of these and sold them for 150,000 in 2021, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Like, I already made money just by having this bag. Selling this bag now, I would be able to sell for a minimum 180,000 pesos, even if it's used, okay? So I feel like this was a really, really good decision. It was a really, really good buy back then, because yeah, you'll never be able to get something like this anymore. And it's the 7 series. It's still with a 24 karat plated gold hardware, so that's another thing that's just like really good about it. So yeah, this bag, and then the next bag is the reissue. So just put it down here first. So the next bag is the reissue. You know, I think this is also 145. So I got these two bags for the same price. If it wasn't exactly 145, it would have been like 140, but it was definitely not 150. So this one is the Reissue 226. This is 16 series, so it's actually a bit newer than this one, which was the 7 series. And it's really nice that I was still able to get this at almost the same price, if not exactly the same as the Chanel medium large, because I got this later. So I got this in 2016 and I got this 2017 or 2018, so prices would have already increased by then, but I was still able to get it at a really good price. And same with the classic medium large flap. I think the Reissue 226 is also around the same price range already right now, like 350 plus thousand for a brand new one. So yeah guys, these two bags, I already made money just having this in my collection. If I sell this down the line, I would make at least 30,000 pesos in profit for both of them. At least, okay? Like, and I'm probably not gonna go as low as 30, because, you know, like, I know I can sell it more. So if I do sell this, I'll probably, 30 would be like minimum. That's why, luxury time machine wise, best decision ever to have gotten this at the time that I got them, because right now, getting Chanel flaps is just like it's not in the book. We're not doing that. Not in 2021, not with the prices that they have right now. Okay, number 2 on this list is that I would still buy my Balenciaga City bag as my first luxury bag, which I bought with my own money. That bag is currently in storage, so I'm not gonna be bringing it out anymore to show it to you guys. But that bag was a really good starter bag, and no regrets, because I used that to death. I feel like I really got my money's worth with that bag. I used it like every day for school. I used it for travel. I used it for casual days out. It fit so many things. It really elevated all my outfits. So that bag was just like such a good buy. I bought that bag brand new, so honestly, if I were to resell it now, I probably wouldn't be getting that much money out of it. That's why I haven't really fully committed to selling that bag yet. But value for money wise, I feel like I already got my money's worth out of that bag. So no regrets on purchasing that bag, because that bag was just such a treat to use. Okay, number 3 on this list that I still would have done is bought my Gucci Marmont and sold it at the exact time that I did. So again, the unboxing of that bag is also on this channel. I also did a review on it, so I'll just link it up somewhere up there. And we're going to be talking about pricing for this one again. And this one, the reason why it's in my still would have done, is because I bought and sold that bag at a really, really good timing, because I did not lose money on that bag at all. So, or if I did, it was probably 5,000 max. But I really think I didn't. I was trying to look for like the receipts of like the screenshots of how much I actually sold it for, but I couldn't find it anymore. So we're gonna have to rely on my long-term memory for this one. So for the Gucci Marmont, I bought that bag for about 75,000 pesos. I used it for about 2 years plus, and I sold it for exactly the same amount, 75,000 pesos. So I know, right? Like, how could you possibly buy a bag Brand new, by the way. How could you possibly buy a bag brand new, use it for 2 years, and still sell it for the exact same cost? And that, my friends, is pure luck and timing. So when I got my Gucci Marmont, and I'll just again link it somewhere above, when I got that bag, I bought it from a personal shopper. So she bought it abroad, so she got it in Europe, which means prices were cheaper. So I was able to source it from her for 75,000 brand new. So that was, I think, maybe around like a year after the Marmont line, or 2 years after the Marmont line release. I know that when I got that bag, it was really hot that time. So I was able to get it at 75k from a reseller. And then after about 2 years, the trend started dying down, but people still use the bag. And I thought, oh no, maybe this trend might be dying down already. So I decided to sell it. I also got my reissue bag at that time. That's why they were too similar. So I had to dispose of the Marmont to make way for the reissue. So when I sold it, it was perfect timing because the prices actually increased. I checked the website of Gucci right now, and the price of the price of the bag that I had, it's now currently $2,250 US dollars plus tax. So that's like around 110,000 plus pesos. I'm not sure how much it is here in our country right now. But yeah, at that time when I sold the Gucci Marmont, it was around, I think, like 90 plus. So it wasn't in the 100k price range yet. It was around like 90. But because the price increased from the price that I got it for, because it's been 2 years, so obviously Gucci increased their prices higher. So when I bought my bag, it was 75k brand new. But when I sold my bag, it was around 90k plus brand new. So I could actually sell my used bag, since I used it only for 2 years, I could sell it for around 75,000 pesos because that's like the pre-loved price of the brand new, which was 90. I really enjoyed using the Gucci Marmont. It was such a great bag. And add that to the fact that I was able to buy it, use it for 2 years, and then sell it for the exact same price. So basically, it's like I rented. Because I didn't even lose money on it. So it's like, it feels like I borrowed the bag from the store and then returned it 2 years later and got all my money back. So that's what it feels like. So that was such a great experience, having to buy a bag, use it, and then sell it for the exact same price. So that was a really great move on my part, and obviously time, because I just did really good timing on purchasing and selling that bag. So yeah, right now the Gucci Marmont is actually not very in anymore. So if you try selling the Marmont right now, you probably won't really make money out of it because people aren't really wearing that bag anymore. So when I sold it at that time, it was not really dead yet. That's why I was able to get such a good price for it. Okay, and for number 4 on this list, I still would have purchased my Louis Vuitton key holder. So can you guys guess how old this key holder is already? It's pretty beat up, so I guess you guys can tell. This is what it looks like inside. It's a limited edition, so pretty. But this like one of my best purchases ever. So I purchased this card holder in 2015, and I was still in college that time. And when I purchased this was a big amount of money for me to be spending on such a small item. So I told myself that if I were to buy this from Louis Vuitton, it would be with me for at least 10 years, just to get like my money's worth out of it, just to ROI the item. And so far, guys, it's been 6 years, and I can tell you that this is such a worth it purchase. I definitely would have still purchased this if I were to go back in time, because it's the most useful thing ever. I'll probably do an SLG collection in the future, and this will probably be like my most used and most functional item ever. So it's a key holder, and literally you use this every day. Like, this has literally gone to war with me, obviously because it has my car keys, it has all the other keys that I need. So I definitely ROI'd this, and I've had it for 6 years, so I have 4 more years to use this. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to my word, and even if it's like ratchet already, like look at the flap coming out like that, I don't really think it matters. Like, no one really looks at it and judges it. So I'm just like, I'll literally use this until it dies. So 4 more years, I'm gonna make the most out of the money that I spent on this key holder. But yeah, best thing ever, and I still would have bought it back in 2015.